Long ago, in the magical realm of Fairyland, the sky shimmered with rainbow-colored light, and silver rivers flowed endlessly. The land was filled with glowing flowers, and the air carried the sweet scent of enchantment. The source of all this beauty and magic was the great star, a radiant gem that floated above the enchanted glade, casting its golden light over the entire kingdom. But one fateful night, as the fairies slept peacefully, darkness crept into the sky. When they awoke, they gasped in horror. The great star had vanished. Queen Alara, the wise and powerful ruler of Fairyland, gathered all the fairies. She declared, "If we do not find the great star, our magic will fade and our land will wither. We must bring it back at all costs." The bravest fairies were chosen for the mission. Among them was Lila, the youngest yet most courageous fairy, whose wings sparkled like morning dew. By her side was Pip, a playful firefly who loved mischief but had a heart of gold. Queen Alara handed them an ancient enchanted map, which would only reveal the path to those who were pure of heart. The map showed that the star had been taken to the Forbidden Caves, a place no fairy had ever dared to enter. Lila and Pip set off on their quest. Their first challenge was the Whispering Woods, where trees spoke in riddles. When Lila answered their questions correctly, they allowed her to pass. Next, they crossed the Misty Marsh, where magical shadows tried to lead them astray. But Pip's glowing light guided them safely through the fog. Finally, they reached the Forbidden Caves, where the air was cold and eerie. Inside, they saw the great star trapped in dark, enchanted vines. Standing beside it was Solmara, the Shadow Sorcerer, his form covered in swirling smoke, with eyes that burned like fire. "Do you think I will give up my new kingdom so easily?" Solmara laughed wickedly. Lila knew she could not defeat Solmara with magic alone, but she also knew that the greatest power of the fairies was the light within their hearts. Closing her eyes, she summoned all the purity and love in her soul and whispered an ancient fairy spell. "Light of truth, shine from within. Banish the darkness. Let hope begin." Suddenly, a brilliant light burst from her wings, illuminating the entire cave. The dark vines burned away, and the great star was freed. Solmara screamed as the light overwhelmed him, and he vanished into the shadows forever. With the great star restored, it soared back into the sky. As it reached its rightful place, Fairyland bloomed once more. The flowers sparkled, rivers flowed again, and the fairies danced with joy. When Lila and Pip returned, they were welcomed as heroes. Queen Alara named Lila the Fairy of Light, and from that day on, all fairies learned an important lesson. True magic is not in spells or wands, but in the light within one's heart. And so, Fairyland shone brighter than ever, its magic safe for eternity.